Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin series. So Bitcoin Cash triggered the double bottom on this close, came back, gave a really nice pullback entry. And this candle also came down, catching on the 50-period exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's that green line. See, it was support, 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 then came up, hit our stop reduction level, first profit target. Also ran smack dab in a 37.5% gain level from our key retracement from the swing low on the 14th of December up to the swing high on the 20th. And now sort of resting inside bar right now. If this does drop, we're going to be watching a return to the rotation zone, making sure the rotation zone holds, and then a rotation back up. What we really don't want to see is a close below 26.92. It's a prior little minor breakout zone. If we do see a close in, we'll be watching for a possible return to first of all the about 25.50 area, and then hopefully support 24.80. If we do go back below 24.80, then our next key level down will be 22.43. Now we have this breakdown zone right here, which is also lines up with the end of the full double target at around 32.60. So watch for that on the next push higher. Even if we pull back to the rotation zone, that target will still be in place as long as we hold the rotation zone. And if we get above that 34.84 level. So at least if you did get in on any of these pullbacks, gave multiple opportunities to get in on a few different trades or this double, then you should be at least trailing a stop in case we do pull back and head lower. So know where that stop level is, because if we do get a lot more selling pressure coming back in, you don't want to ride this back down. Let's check in on the daily chart. Daily chart still closed yesterday in the rotation zone, today back above the rotation zone, so that is bullish, and we already went through the key levels we're watching on the 4-hour chart. Switching over to Bitcoin Gold, here's the daily chart. You can see it's now below the rotation zone, and so overhead resistance ran up to about the 8 EMA and now back down. It's also holding at the 50-day exponential moving average, so that's going to be a critical line in the sand. Let's fine-tune these levels with the 4-hour chart, though. So right now you see this, we talked about the retracement entry, 50% retracement entry, running back up. First target was the lower end of the rotation zone, which we hit and then broke through. And then yesterday I mentioned it higher because the rotation zone is going to keep coming down, and now it's hit the top of the rotation zone, so that's full target complete. We're watching right now to see if it can hold this 277 level. If it doesn't hold here, we're going to watch for a pullback to about 250. What's pretty critical is about this 240 level. We don't want to see a close below that. Now, if we can get a close or an extended move up above the rotation zone, especially the 50 EMA on 4-hour chart. So there's the rotation zone right now, about 294. 50 EMAs right at 300. That's that nice round number that people like to key off. Then I'll be watching to move a stop up 308 to 310, and then the 322 to 326 levels are the next key. 326 is a breakdown zone. 322 is a GAN projection up, so we have a little cluster in that, which could be very good for taking profits. This is still in non-aggressive mode because we still can't get above the rotation zone. In order for us to get more aggressive again, we have to see it get back up to these levels, and then the rotation zone cross where the 8 EMA is above the 21 again. Until that happens, we're in very conservative mode, and we could see more selling pressure, so watch those levels to the downside. At least if you were able to take advantage of this and it can't get through the rotation zone, you should at least have a stop that's up from your entry in case the sellers do come in and push this back lower. Finally, over to the original Bitcoin. All right, stop reduction. This was a 50% retracement of the long tail trade, hit the bottom of the rotation zone, and the 37.5 stalled out there, then blew through it and hit the upper end of the rotation zone. When we recorded this yesterday, the upper end was closer to the 50% retracement level, but it's since dropped. And remember, the rotation zone is a dynamic target, so you have to adjust if you're moving stops or taking profits. When it does hit the rotation zone, that's the time to do it. Right now, we have the lower and the upper sort of making a pincer move, pinching it together. If we do break above the, right now, this is about 14,000 we'll call it 14,850. Then we're going to watch for a return to about 15,300. And if we can get through there, next major key level is about 15,750 at this point. But watch for the 50-period exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart, because that's going to keep dropping. So that could be a really good profit target, or again, to raise your stop. Now, if we do break below the 8, and especially back below this 37.5 retracement level, which is coming in at about 14,140 right now, then we're going to watch for a return down to about the 13,000 area. Just above that, we have the simple moving average, which can provide some minor support, but the bigger support average is going to be 13,000, which lines up with a 25% gain retracement level. So that's going to be key. And then if we do drop below that, that's really not good. Then we could probably be watching for a return to about that 11,800 level. So that's what's the upside. Now, if we do get through to 50, the next major area is 16,259 to 16,444, which also lines up, that little cluster area lines up with a major breakdown zone. See, it was support, 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 major selling through there. So now this is going to be really big resistance if we get back up there. Let's check in on the daily chart. Daily chart, we're still below the rotation zone on the daily chart, so we still have pretty substantial overhead resistance, so it's not time to be aggressive in this yet. We can still see another wave of selling come in at some point, so don't get over aggressive. And again, as I said, with all these, trail your stops, or know that if a lot of selling pressure comes in, where you're getting out, especially if you pick some up down around here. Now is not the time to be greedy. Now is the time to manage your trades with your stops, because we cannot necessarily predict what happens, especially with the rotation zones against us right now. That's what we have for you in this Bitcoin series update. Remember, if you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and comment so we can help keep growing it and help keep growing not only traditional traders, but traders trading the cryptos, and help you learn from our 50 years of trading experience. We will talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.